Hey there, YouTube land. And if you watch my video today's ago, you know that I started the Halloween month early, basically doing like a pre-Halloween month, kind of a Halloween Eve month type thing. So, 2 days ago, I did the review for the, for the movie, which one was it again now? Murder Obsession. And you're probably wondering, where was my video for last night? Well, I did a bit of an undertaking, so I wanted to do a big review for the second one. I want to keep doing kind of different stuff. So what I did was I watched last night and this morning. I watched the complete. Finally sat down and watched the complete first season of the series Penny Dreadful, which stars Eva Green, Timothy Dalton, Josh Hartnett, Billy Piper. It's a showcase series. Deals with basically vampires, werewolves, Dorian Gray. It has the Frankenstein monster in it. Now, the series itself ran for 8 episodes, and the second season that's coming up is supposed to run for about 10. I hadn't seen the series before, and I heard very little about it, except for a couple of trailers, which really didn't have much in the way of what the series was about. Penny Dreadful, of course, is the old kind of like book things that they used to sell back in the old day. They used to sell them for a penny, and they'd usually be in chapters and stuff like that. If you're familiar with the old like horror and stuff like that, then you probably have heard of Varney the Vampire, which was probably the one of the first ones that was done, one of the first vampire ones anyway. And the series Penny Dreadful starts out with with Josh Hartnett dressed up like kind of like a lot like Custer and doing a show because he's a crack shot. He's doing like kind of a gun show in this kind of a traveling circus type of thing. He's hired by Eva Green's character, who's very mysterious, to help out, basically use his gun. There he goes into a opium den and meets Timothy Dalton, who's looking for his daughter. And that will be kind of the focal point for part of the series, is that he basically go into this place, which is a den of vampires. And the vampires, I'm actually not very impressed with. The vampires were done very much in the Nosferatu, kind of like Buffy type, bald-ish type of vampires. And we never really got to see their master vampire. If what we saw in the last episode was a master vampire, it's very disappointing. That, however, does not mar the show like you would think it would. There are so many twisted and characters and storylines in this. You're never quite sure who is who or what's what. You can kind of see some things coming. Billy Piper's storyline, I knew exactly what was going from way early on, and I knew exactly at the end of the season what Billy Piper's character was going to be. And so there's no real surprise there. There is a surprise in the first episode. I called that one too, but it's a good surprise. And I think it's in the 3rd or 4th episode when you'll meet a character named Proteus, and you'll see exactly what happens there. And there's another character by the name of Caliban. I'm not giving away anything here to you guys. I don't exactly want to tell you what it is, but it's, if you like horror and you like kind of the classic monsters and stuff like that. Now, there's blood in this, there's nudity in this. Not a lot, but there's a little bit. And so, you know, if you've got kids, you might want to screen yourself first, so you know when to like hit that kind of jump button type thing. But it is a good show. It's well done. The acting is fantastic. Timothy Dalton, of course, is an amazing actor, and he does a great job here. Eva Green just really shines in the role. And Josh Hartnett, this is kind of something that he was meant to do. The stories follow 3 or 4, follow a lot of different characters, but like 3 or 4 main storylines that we get through this one. We have the search for Timothy Dalton's character's daughter. We have oh man, I don't want to give away. We've got a quest for a certain classic monster's his companion. We have a story of a character that does not age, and we have the story of somebody that is bothered by the moon. among other things. Penny Dreadful runs 8 episodes. It runs fairly well. One of the things I have to say is that the flashbacks in the story are by far and large for me, the best part of the series so far. There was a couple of flashback episodes that were done, and those kept me watching like nothing else. I mean, I watched the flashback episodes, and I was like enthralled with those. A couple of when it came to like the more modern stuff, well, not modern because this is back in the 1800s, 1700s, 1800s, but when it came to the more kind of today type storyline, well, not today, but their day, then certain ones I was really invested in. I was not as invested in the search for Mina storyline. It was what it was. I knew where it was going to go. But the good thing about it was that there's so many storylines going on at the same time that it doesn't get confusing. But if one thing doesn't catch your interest, then the other thing probably will. So this is my second night of horror, and I watched Penny Dreadful, all 8 episodes, and it runs about 56 minutes an episode. So you're looking at hour-long episodes basically. So I just watched 8 hours of TV for you. So that is my second night as I keep up doing it. I'm going to see if I can watch another one tonight, because that is kind of a crossover from last night tonight. I'm not sure if that one's going to be like a 2-parter since it went 2 days, but 2 days of 8 hours of horror, guys. So I keep my word here. Also, I went to Future Shop today, and they basically had something that I really wanted. They had the Halloween set. It's not out yet, so I don't have that here in box for you guys. But it is coming out on the 23rd, and I've already pre-ordered mine there. I had mine pre-ordered from Amazon, but it was like the same price. And with Amazon, I would have got it about October 10th. With Future Shop on Tuesday, I will be getting the Halloween set. It's actually put away with my name on it. It's there in the store, but I can't get it yet. But I can go in Tuesday morning as soon as the store opens up and buy it. So Tuesday evening, expect to see my Halloween box set video on here, and I'm going to try and make it different and unique, because I know there's going to be a lot of unboxings of that set between now and people have already got it from Shout Factory. But hopefully you'll come in to watch mine, and I'll try and make it different and unique. While I was there, I went back to Give God Me Information, because all the movies have been changed around to another section. I'm not sure if anybody else Future Shop has been done like that, but ours has. And there's a bunch of stuff there. There was a lot of these Universal ones. I have all the Universals. I got the Legacy set. So I've got the box, the coffin box Blu-ray set with the 3D Creature from Black Lagoon. But these covers were so amazing that, if I can find them, like I don't want to give them for $8, but if I can see them somewhere for $5 each with those covers, those classic-looking covers, definitely gonna get them. But there was one 4-movie midnight marathon there that I really had to pick up, and I've been waiting to get this one. I was gonna buy this online, but it was I think it was like $7 or $8, and had to grab this. This is the Psycho 4-movie marathon, and if you know me, I'm a really big fan of the Psycho sequels. Now, the really cool thing about this is that I have 2 and 3. I have the original Psycho, of course, in my Hitchcock Masterpiece box set, Blu-ray box set. I have Psycho 2 and 3 in the Scream Factory edition, and I have Psycho 2, 3, and 4 in a 3-pack that came out. But that's not why I wanted this. Well, one thing is it comes with the $7.50 movie ticket to see Dracula Untold. So I'm going to go check that out, see if it's any good. It'd be nice to see a nice horror movie in the theater, and got to keep your thing there so you can get it. But this one here, and they put them all on one disc. I don't mind, because I really am going to be watching one movie on this. Psycho 2, Psycho 3, Psycho 4, and Bates Motel. And no, it's not the TV series Bates Motel. I do have the first season out on Blu-ray. But it's the movie Bates Motel that came out back when I was younger. I think it's in did they say? No, they don't. Mid to late 80s. I know that it had Kristen Hodge from the series Head of the Class in it. It stars Bud Cort and Lori Petty, who many of you know as Tank Girl. And I've been wanting this for a long time. And I know that Psycho 4 and Bates Motel were 2 that were done like for TV. This was the Showtime one, I think. And Bates Motel was done for regular network television. It was going to be like a series. This one does not have Norman Bates in it. There is a kind of a killer type of thing in it, in kind of a Scooby-Doo way. Yeah, really, seriously, in kind of a Scooby-Doo way. This is pretty much Bates Motel meets The Love Boat. Meets Fantasy Island. It's very different, and basically people are going to come in. There's going to be like 2 or 3 stories a week, and you'd follow these guest stars. And Bud Cort will be the main weird guy, with Lori Petty being kind of the secondary lead. So that's the one I picked up today. 4-movie midnight marathon pack Psychos. And Psycho 2, Psycho 3, Psycho 4, and Bates Motel. This is worth getting for Bates Motel alone. If you're a fan of the Psycho films, then you gotta have it. I've had like bootlegs of this Bates Motel thing for ages, and finally, although all 4 are put on one disc, it's not too bad for a Psycho fans, especially considering since I have Psycho 2 and 3 multiply. And 4 multiply. No, I got 4. Psycho 2 and 3 multiply, and I got Psycho 4. So this will be my second copy of Psycho 4, my third copy of Psycho 2 and 3, and my very first copy ever of Bates Motel, which is the reason I got this one here. Love Bates Motel. And considering I got the $7.50 movie cash, it's like buying it for like $3. So again, guys, thanks for watching. Have a fantastic evening, and maybe I'll watch Bates Motel tonight. It's been a while. For me right now, it's time for tea. Time for tea, and deciding what I'm going to watch next. Because that horror marathon, that pre-Halloween month horror marathon, continues tonight. Hope you enjoyed the Penny Dreadful review. I do recommend the series, and at least try the first 3 episodes. Give it 3 to 4. I say go half season, go 4 episodes. See what gets you, because some of the stories that come later on, like in episode 3 or so, those may be the stories that catch your attention for the rest of the season. Time for tea and more horror. Have a great one, guys, and happy Saturday.